Praise be Jesus Christ. It looks like this worldwide, or what's turning into a worldwide lockdown because of the Wuhan chastisement, will be extended for many people for a few weeks, and some people even say a few months. Now, my prophetic sense, which I'm not claiming I'm a prophet. Some people think I'm prophetic. Most people think I'm just pathetic. But my sense is that this COVID-19 pandemic will end soon. And it will end kind of all of a sudden, and it will be over. But I could be completely wrong. It looks like many of us, and especially student types, you're gonna have a couple weeks of free time. Now, you all have things that you've dreamed of doing if only you had a little free time. And the question is are you going to be able to fulfill some of those dreams? I want to read to you from Proverbs chapter 1. It says, "Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline." Now, I'm going to tell you a story. When I was in the seminary, there was one summer I had a few weeks off. It was very rare. I've worked summer jobs since I was 11 years old. Never had any free time. But this one summer, I think I may have had 6 weeks off. And I had burning inside of me this idea of a story, a novel. I wanted to write a novel. And the whole story, it was in my mind, it was burning in my heart. I was so excited about it. And I was so excited about the idea of writing a novel. And I knew I could write because I'd written tons of essays already by that time. I knew how to research. I've always been a hard worker, all that type of thing. But when I tried during these 6 weeks to write this novel, I wasn't able to do it. I didn't have the discipline. No one was forcing me to do it. I didn't have deadlines. I wasn't going to be graded on it. No one was structuring my time for me. I had lots of free time, all the free time in the world. The idea was in my head, and I wasn't even trying to write a perfect novel. I thought to myself, if I could just write a rough draft of my story, get it on paper, a beginning, a middle, and an end, that would be great. I couldn't do it. And this experience of not being able to do something that was burning in my heart to do, it bugged me. Oh, it bugged me so much. And one of the things as I prayed about this is I really felt the Lord saying to me, listen, Mark, if you want to fulfill the dreams that I've placed in your heart, you need to become disciplined. You need to grow in discipline. And this is something I've worked at for years. I'm still working on it. Little by little, with the grace of God, I'm trying to become a more disciplined person so I can do, with the grace of God, the things that I feel the Lord has put on my heart to do. And the other thing that bugged me too at the time is I knew of other people about the same age as me who had written books. And some of these books were about things that contradicted the Catholic faith. And that really bugged me, but I felt so embarrassed. They somehow have the discipline, the work ethic, the ability to crank out a little book promoting their ideas, but you can't. That's a problem. You need to face that. And so by the grace of God, early in my priesthood, I wrote my first book, In His Zone, about my retreat on a raft in the middle of nowhere. And it felt so good. Not just to have written that book and that, but to have done something that I dreamed of being able to do. And so I encourage you, during this time of being locked in, during this time of lockdown, where maybe you have a lot of free time, try to at least a little bit face the reality perhaps of your own lack of discipline. And don't excuse it. Don't pretend it's not there. No, acknowledge it, and with the grace of God, try to discipline yourself even a little more, so that over the years you will become the person who does fulfill his dreams, her dreams, because you've learned to discipline yourself. Viva Cristo Rey.